everybody, Janine here, and it's good to be back for another session of Tips from the Trenches. Over the past couple of months, I've had several people reach out asking for support and strategies when it comes to the area of visiting family and friends who are now living in long-term care. And when they reach out, there's an element of embarrassment. They feel embarrassed that they even have to ask for help for something that seemingly should be so simple and natural as visiting. I assure them right away that these feelings are actually way more common than they realize. And in actual fact, we should be the ones apologizing as educators, because I feel we've really dropped the ball here and there's big gaps in this area where we should be highlighting these feelings that caregivers are experiencing and offering the support and strategies. And so in our very short session today, I thought we'd just look at a couple strategies that might help you to make your next visit easier, more enjoyable, and more successful. So before we do, the one thing I want you to remember, if there's nothing else you remember in this session, is the importance of building good relationships with the care team. So important for many reasons. Okay, so our first strategy is the importance of checking with the care team to see when your person is at their best for a visit. And so again, that shows you how vitally important that relationship with the care team is, because they will be able to provide you with that information. Secondly, if you really feel nervous, anxious about this visit, consider bringing somebody with you, so another family member or a friend, just for some moral support. Thirdly, bring a gift with you. Now, what could that gift be? Well, anything that you know would help you to connect with your person. So that could be a story to read to them. It could be a poem. It could be a photo album to go through together. Some music to listen to, or a favorite thing that they can enjoy eating or drinking. If the facility, the nursing home that your person is at allows pets, and you know that that would be a great way to connect with your person, bring that pet along with you. What you want to keep in mind is that people with dementia, as we've shared in some of our previous sessions, they tire much more easily than we do. Their brains have to work so much harder. And this is where it's so important to realize that it is quality over quantity when it comes to visiting that's important. So it's not being there for hours and hours that means that you've had a successful visit. In actual fact, sometimes it's a visit of 30 minutes where you will start seeing after 30 minutes the person starting to lose focus, get tired, maybe even get a little irritable. And again, it will depend on the day. We all have our good days and bad days, and that's the same for people living with dementia. But just remember, it's really important. It is about the quality of the visit and not the quantity of the time. You also want to prepare yourself emotionally and mentally for any of the following scenarios. I haven't seen you in ages. Why don't you come and visit more often? You said you would. And this is despite the fact that you were there just 3 days previously. Who are you? You're not my daughter. Get out of here. Or they don't feed me. They haven't fed me for 3 days. Do you know what? They're stealing from me. I go to an activity and I come back and they've stolen things from me. Or please take me home. Please, please take me home. Or you've just abandoned me. You don't love me. In actual fact, you hate me. These are all very hard things for caregivers to hear. And one of the things and one of the ways that you can prepare yourself mentally, emotionally for these kinds of scenarios is by being educated about dementia. And how can you do that? Well, just by listening to this very short session is one way, but there are many other opportunities to get educated. And also another very important way is to join a support group. Again, I've shared that you can contact your local Alzheimer's Society. There's lots of online support groups, but that's another great way to get yourself prepared emotionally and mentally for these kinds of scenarios. And then The important thing is not just the visit, but how to end the visit is just as important. What you don't want to do is make a big deal about saying goodbye. You don't want long emotional goodbyes. Try to coincide the end of your visit with your person either going to have a meal, a snack time, or an activity. You know, if you're still feeling really anxious and you know that maybe because you've had experience that when you say goodbye it doesn't go well, speak to the care staff, speak to the recreation staff, let them know when you're going to leave, and so that they can come and take your person either to an activity or to go and have a snack or to a meal. And again, that importance of that relationship with the care team. And again, just remember that although it's so natural for us when we do normal communication, when there's no dementia involved, to say goodbye, it was nice, our visit was nice, and goodbye, that word goodbye can really trigger a person with dementia. And so you may find, as hard as it is, and it's something that you have to practice and get comfortable with, is that you have to end your visit without saying goodbye. And so here are some suggestions. You could say, oh my goodness, I've had so much fun with you. I cannot believe the time. I need to run. I've got to get to my dentist appointment. Oh no, I can't believe this is the time. Wow, that was sure fun. I love that story that we read together, but I better go get the groceries so I can cook dinner. And those are the ways you sort of want to end a visit instead of saying the goodbye word. Any case, I hope some of these tips and strategies are helpful. The important thing, and I've said this to people over and over, is that even when people forget that you've visited 5 minutes after you've left, and sometimes people are left wondering, is it even worth it? Yes, as I've said in sessions previously, it's worth it. I say it again. Research has shown us over and over that those good emotional feelings that the person living with dementia experience when they've had a good connection with the person, with the friend, the family member during a visit, is something that they carry with them for hours, if not days after the visit, despite even forgetting that you were there. And so I want to encourage you with that, to never stop visiting. And once again, thank you for your time. Please do put comments below, put questions, and I will do my best to answer those. And as always, I wish you peace, I wish you strength. Until next time, I wish you moments of joy.